Good morning. Uh, what is there to say now? This is one of the times that all my students know I rarely choke up, but today is one of the days I actually choke up because of what I'm seeing. So if you see me crying, it's more of the onions that I was cutting this morning. As an African man, I'm not allowed to cry. So yeah. So on behalf of the faculty, what I would like to say is what you've just seen here is what gives us hope. It's what encourages us. I remember Isaac always coming to my class at around when we were free, lunch. He was always there at the editing suite. And he used to ask questions. A semester ended and I was wondering, how come I've never seen him in my classes? Only to realize he's in another department. He's not even in the animation department. But there's a lot that we discussed and lots of questions. How do I do it? Is it even possible? And now look at him. I have to have an appointment just to see him. And that's the kind of encouragement that we need. I remember when we are doing our technical evaluations, for those of you who are coming from internship, the last one I remember, one of you, Wayne, where's Wayne? Wayne, yes, thank you. Wayne, doing your technical evaluation, it was one of those things that really got to me because your supervisor was also an alumni of ADMI. So I'm speaking to alumni, asking them about a student who is also from ADMI, and it really choked me up because I can see we are really taking this industry by storm. And there are lots of you who are within the industry. You have brothers and sisters within the industry, okay, who are doing great things. So when I was asked to say something on behalf of the faculty, I wondered, what do I tell you? What haven't I told you yet so far? Then I realized I also have your guardians and your parents. And some of them are wondering, what is this art thing that you're talking about? ADMI, we are looking at the creative arts, the digital space. That's what you're looking at. I know many would think that it's unpopular to actually think that art is a science. Or maybe science is what? Science is an art. It's more like the chicken and the egg kind of paradox. But then I'm not in the business of comparing. And I'm no scientist. But this I know, that science is something that has stood the test of time with empirical evidence to back it up. So it is easy, especially as guardians, and sometimes people don't understand. It is very easy to overlook the arts, okay? But if you consider its origins, that is when you're going to start to change your point of view. We are looking at art that has survived through decades, through centuries, through millennia. And God knows, maybe art itself was in the beginning. I don't know what faith you ascribe to. I don't know what you believe in. But from a biblical point of view, God created something out of nothing, and he said it was good. More like the aesthetic perspective we all look for in art. We need to see beautiful art. Within art itself, if you look at the ancient evidence of art, from the Egyptian hieroglyphics to the Greek patterns on walls, it was meant to convey some messages. It was meant to give some kind of knowledge. And it is also evidence in the African setup, where some set of individuals were trusted to preserve the historical knowledge of a community. They were called griots. For them, they found out that the best way to preserve any kind of knowledge was through music, art, poetry, and storytelling. All kinds of forms of art that all our loved ones here are studying at this point. Here at ADMI, we also play a noble part in the preservation of knowledge, but we use creative arts. Okay. If you look at life through the lens of the moment, since its first artistic application nearly 62 years ago, the computer has radically transformed the way art is made and experienced. We have made technological strides to a point that digital technology has been incorporated in all stages of art making, from design to the eventual execution of it. And this is mind-blowing. Because today we are using the computer for everything. Today we are using cameras for everything, just to be able to tell stories. And we make money in the process. That's just a byproduct. I'm sure you're not interested in the money. It's more of the passion. Okay. We are here to make a difference. Okay? And the best way, I believe, to make a difference in the world around us is through art and all forms of arts and creative arts that we have been able to learn. And as the great artist Pablo Picasso would put it, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. This was very evident during the corona pandemic. All other industries were going down. There was only one industry that was actually growing, and that is the creative arts and the digital space. And I believe that the future is within the creative arts and the digital space. And you are actually the future. Because you've reached a point whereby you can pick all this knowledge, pick all this data, package it in a way that your audience is going to be able to interact with it. And by doing that, you've actually harnessed the future. Modern technology has paved the way for multifunctional devices, like the smartphones, smart watches. And computers are increasingly becoming faster, more portable, higher powered than ever before. With all these revolution comes a great opportunity for everybody within the digital space, and that is you and me. I saw you work very hard. I saw you pour your mind, your soul, and everything into the projects that you're doing. And that changed our point of view. You are no longer students. You became artists. So my fellow artists, join me as we change the world through creative and digital arts. Thank you.